Experts will provide details about the trends contributing to the board's action. Based on their observations, the members of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists Science and Security Board find conditions in the world to be so threatening that they are moving the hands of the Doomsday Clock 2 minutes closer to midnight. It is now 3 minutes to midnight. With our speakers to answer your questions. This year especially, the board feels a sense of great urgency. The probability of global catastrophe is really very high, and the actions needed to reduce the risks of disaster must be taken very soon. We can manage our technology or become victims of it. The choice is ours, and the clock is ticking. But as long as there are nuclear weapons in the world, the most destructive and powerful technology in the world, as long as there are these weapons and they're poised, ready to use, as they are now, in minutes, we still need to warn the world about the dangers from these. And we need to warn the world about the dangerous choices we make on a number of technologies. We're seeing the earth-altering effects of climate change. Again, humans, our own technologies, and as I said, we can either choose other paths, other ways of deploying these things, or we can become victims of them. Richard.
And so you only have a finite amount of time before essentially emissions have to stop. And you can't taper down to zero overnight. So the urgency is simply that action has to happen soon, starting now really, to reduce global emissions, to have a reasonable chance of limiting them to a level that allows you a degree of warming.
As Sharon Spassoni put it. And I think that's what we're...
So the urgency is very real, and it comes because once the governments have set that goal, the science is now good enough to tell you, within a certain range, how much carbon you're allowed to emit. And it's such an amount that unless you start decreasing those emissions rapidly, very soon, you're going to miss that target.
Cause the destruction. And the other says